What's up everyone, I am the Gentleman and today I'll be reviewing The Empire Strikes Back. Yes, alright. Wait, what? Why not? No, please, come on, I thought that was a fucking joke. No. Fuck this, I'm out of here. What's up everyone, I am the Gentleman and today I'll be reviewing, son of a bitch, Troll 2. Why can't I ever review a good movie? Cult classics have many faces. You have the ones that bombed at the box office, the ones that are obscured, the ones that are weirdly charming, and the ones that are so bad it's good. Troll 2 has a special kind of formula that puts it in the latter category. Originally titled Goblin, this movie was produced by an Italian crew that didn't speak any English, that wanted to make a quick buck by making a low-budget horror movie. They changed the name to Troll 2 even though the creatures were actually goblins and there was zero connection to fucking Troll 1. The reasoning?
Because sequels make so much more than money.
Troll 2 is about a kid named Joshua who talks to his creepy dead grandpa Seth that tells him stories about goblins eating people by turning them into plants because they're vegetarian. Following so far? Good, because it gets fucking worse. Joshua and his family have a home exchange vacation with a country family because apparently his dad always wanted to be a farmer, I guess. Who the hell cares? Just know to never interrupt Grandpa Seth.
Okay, I won't interrupt you anymore.
He'll smack a bitch. Meanwhile, we are introduced to the other characters, Joshua's sister Holly and her boyfriend Elliot, who set up the subplot of him choosing between her or his friends. They also have some of the most awkwardly written and acted lines in the whole movie.
He trying to turn me into a homo?
He'd cut off your little nuts and eat them.
So the next day they leave for the town of Nilbog. I wonder why that name sounds so different. On their way there, Joshua sees Grandpa Seth, who continues to warn him about going to Nilbog because the goblins will eat them if they go. Joshua, who I swear half his fucking lines are just him screaming, has a nightmare about being eaten by the goblins. So his mom calms him down by telling him to sing that one song that she likes.
Come on, sing that song I like so much.
Row, row, row your boat gently down a stream.
Seriously, how the fuck do you not know the name of Row, Row, Row Your Boat? I also love how they stay on beat. They make it to their vacation home where they meet the fucking stone-faced family who gives Joshua a message. Eat before we eat you. Okay, that doesn't fucking make sense. How are they gonna eat you if you don't eat their food that turns into a plant, which is the only way they can eat you in the fucking first place?
The blood would mix with the meat, and we'd have to put them in vinegar for the whole night.
Oh, okay, thanks for clearing that up. So they have to wait one whole day before they can eat you if you don't eat their food, and they're forced to kill you? Fucking ridiculous. Joshua's family sees that they were left some food as a welcoming gift, but he remembers that they can't eat the food or they will die. So he calls upon the power of Grandpa Seth, who freezes time for 30 seconds, even though it almost takes 2 minutes, to stop his family from eating. Now, the most logical thing to do here is just to throw away the food quickly, but no sir, logic doesn't exist here. Joshua does what to him is the most sensible thing, a fucking golden shower. I wish I was making that up. His dad then yells at Joshua with the most weirdest lecture and punishment.
What are you going to do to me, Daddy?
That was almost extremely uncomfortable. So he pees on the food and you say you're gonna go on a hunger strike to prove a point about being grateful? I think any real kid would have gotten the shit slapped out of him.
And you can't piss on hospitality. I won't allow it.
Meanwhile, Elliot and his friends show up to Nilbog, even though he was supposed to go with Holly and her family, but it's obvious that he chose his friends because you just don't bail on your bros, no matter how gay you all might seem.
Holly, what a surprise.
Elliot's friend, Arnold, decides that he's not down with that Hoto shit, so he goes on a hunt for girls, to which he actually finds one, but she is being chased by the trolls. I mean goblins. Arnold tries to get rid of him, but he fails, so they run to a nearby chapel. And here we meet our villain with the most fucking over-the-top acting in this movie, but compared to everyone else's shitty acting, she is actually the best actor here.
Am I mistaken, or is there something wrong with the two of you?
That fucking says a lot. So Creedon says that she's a druid that is from Stonehenge, even though you can't be from there because it's not a city, it's a monument. It's like saying I'm from the Empire State Building. She makes them eat the food, which turns the girl into a steaming pile of green shit that the goblins flock to, which prompts Arnold to say one of the best lines in the movie.
They're eating her. And then they're going to eat me. Oh my God!
Poor Arnold, he just wanted to get his whistle wet, and now he's a goddamn tree. Back to Joshua, who bails on his dad after he instantly falls asleep reading a vegetarian cookbook. I can't say that I blame him. Joshua learns the secret of Nilbog.
Nilbog! It's Goblin spelled backwards!
What? Then comes across the town folks having the most fucking vegan meeting ever.
And by flesh, I mean all that stinking, disgusting meat.
He gets caught and then is forced to eat Nilbog ice cream, but his dad comes just in time to save the day. We have a pointless scene where Elliot's other friend Drew goes to get food, but is met with the other awkward Nilboggers, who shame him for being not part of their fucking vegan lifestyle.
Eggs. Bacon.
Are you crazy, boy?
And gives him some Nilbog milk. Fun fact, that guy was a mental ward patient and claimed to be so high during shooting that he didn't remember anything he did. That's actually kinda creepy, but honestly it's probably the only way to get through this movie. Anyways, Drew finds Arnold and they both die. Moving on, Joshua and his dad get home to see that the Nilboggers threw them a party to apologize for their actions earlier with Joshua. Still on the lookout, he calls upon the power of Grandpa Seth to help, but is met with Credence instead, in goblin form, until she gets her hand chopped off by Grandpa Seth, who gives him a fucking Molotov cocktail. Damn, all my grandpa did was give me $5. They're about to, I guess, light the whole fucking house on fire with everyone in it just so his family doesn't eat the food and die. Seems a little counterproductive, until the weird goblin guy stops him and has a magic battle with Grandpa Seth, which he loses and is set on fire with a lightning bolt that looks like it was fucking drawn by a 5-year-old. Hey, you gotta save money. The family's about to eat the food until they hear the commotion outside and realize that the townspeople really want to eat them. So they get trapped inside by the townspeople, who give them a choice to eat the food or they'll be forced to kill them violently.
We'll be forced to kill you violently.
With no options left, Holly has a genius idea to have a seance to contact Grandpa Seth for more help.
You're a genius, big sister!
But before we get to that, we have a certain scene to mention. The absolute most pointless scene, but arguably the most memorable moment in the movie. After Credence loses her hand, she goes to the magic stone and gets it back and becomes less ugly. What purpose does that serve? Just wait. So she goes to the RV where Elliot's last friend Brent is waiting there. She seduces him with popcorn and then just leaves. Yep. That's it. No rhyme, no reason, and even no sex. So what the fuck was the point? Meanwhile, Joshua and his family make contact with Grandpa Seth and teleports him to the chapel where the magic stone is and gives him a secret weapon. Back at the house, a goblin appears where Joshua was because reasons? And the other goblins break inside the house, so now they have to survive while Joshua tries to stop them from the chapel. After Joshua says his final goodbye to Grandpa Seth, Credence and crew show up and Joshua is forced to use the secret weapon.
A double-decker bologna sandwich!
Yes, you heard right. A fucking double-decker bologna sandwich. The goblins have a fucking vegan meltdown with his body now poisonous to them. He goes to the magic stone and concentrates with the power of goodness to kill them all. The family is saved and they go home and they all live happily ever after. Or do they? Remember the Stoneface family?
They're eating my mom.
Do you want some, Joshua?
And that's Troll 2. Obviously this movie's a piece of shit with horrendous acting, writing, dialogue, yada yada yada, but there's still something special about it. It is entertaining as hell and definitely must be watched to really be appreciated because it's just so bad, but you will love it and join its cult following. Even as a kid I knew this movie was bad, but I just couldn't stop looking at it. It was like a fucking car accident. And to be honest, this is probably how the world will be if fucking vegans took over. So if you have any vegan or vegetarian friends, do not eat their food because they will try to eat you. So what do you guys think is the best, worst movie out there? Let me know in the comments down below, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to this wonderful channel. I am the gentleman. I observe the world so we can all laugh at it. Bye bye.
No more. No more popcorn.